Hello friends, welcome back to Amit Dhakad AI. In the last video, we learned MongoDB SQL with Python. So in this video, we will learn MongoDB with Python. So what you will learn in this video? You will learn how you can add, delete, update all the documents from MongoDB, and you can connect the MongoDB with Python. Okay. So we will perform all the CRUD operation, and we will see how MongoDB, why we need to use MongoDB. So in the last video, he saw in the SQL how we can store data. We need to create database tables, and inside that we need to add rows. So in the each database or each table, we have to in each table we have a fixed number of columns. On that only basis we can store that value. But in MongoDB we don't we store in the, like you can say, dictionary format in the Python. So each document is like key value pair. So here you can see the example of how we can store data in the database. So first we have MongoDB server. Okay. Next we have SchoolDB, that is called, we call database, and third is student collection. So here you can see I have some data here. So first let's have I_id. This is auto generated, and name, Alice, post, and grade. You can see this is completed one document. Next document I have name, Bob, post, and grade, and you can see I have hobbies also inside that. This is array, right? So nested array field. Next I have underscore id, name, graduated, false, right? And tags. So completely different field. Here you can see we have grade, but it here graduated, and it have tags. So all the documents can have different fields in the MongoDB. But in the SQL we have tables, we have fixed number of columns. So based on those columns only you can store the data. But here you can have nested data and with different fields. So if you have data like this, for in that case you can use the MongoDB. So Alice, Bob, and Charlie's are all same student collection, but each document have different fields. Okay. The object ID, that underscore ID, is the unique key field for object ID. This is 12-byte version value encoding in time step machine ID and counter, guaranteeing global uniqueness across your entire cluster without any central coordinate. Okay. So this is the format. You can see we have underscore ID object. This is auto generated, name, cost, and grade. Okay. So in the MongoDB we have some concepts, keywords that you need to remember. We have documents, a single data record stored in the binary JSON. Okay. Collection, a group of documents, no fixed schema required. List of dictionary. Database, a namespace containing multiple collections. Okay. You can see modular package. We have object underscore ID. This is auto generated 12-byte unique document identifier. Embedded document, a document nested inside another document. Okay. So this is in nested dictionary you can call. Okay. Next we have array field, a field whose value is list of items. So these are the key you can remember. So these we will be using. Okay. So how you can use the MongoDB with Python? So first you need to install the driver pip install pymongo. Okay. So pymongo is the official driver for MongoDB. It translates Python method calls into MongoDB and wire protocol and maps MongoDB documents directly to the Python dictionary. So first you need to install pip install pymongo to run this code. So now I have some basic code that we will run to connect the database. Okay. So before we start how we can connect the database with the Python, I will show you some operation that we can use directly in the MongoDB. Okay. So I will open this MongoDB Compass. So here you can see I have localhost this. So if you can add, you can add other connection also, like you can use server connection. Okay, so if you don't already have cluster, you can create one for free on MongoDB Atlas. Okay, so you can from here, like you can create cluster. But here you can click on add new connection, so it will ask you the URL for that. So you can give the um, URL for your cluster. Okay, so if I will be using the local installed MongoDB. So if I click on this connect, so it's will create connected. So you can see I have already have 3 database. These are already created with the when you install MongoDB. So we'll create database name. Okay, so I will create here company collection name. If we click on create, so you can see here we got company database, and this is we have collection. So how you can add data in the database? So here you can click on add button. Okay, so you can insert one single document, or you have JSON file or CSV file, you can use that also from insert. So if I click on insert document, so this is the auto generated ID. So you can see I underscore ID object OID. So this is object ID. Okay, so after that you have to give the value what you want to add, like name I want to add company ID. Last name. Okay, so you can add any number of fields here. Okay, and when you click on insert, so it will be inserted. You can see I got one data here, right? So how you can update? If you click on this update, so it will update. If you see come here, you can see set. Okay, so if you have multiple data, it will update all the data, all the documents from here. You can see update one document, right? So if you have 10 rows, it will update all the 10 rows with one click. If you want to update single document with this, so here you have to come in the pencil icon. Okay, so here this will be editable. Like if you want to change company name, you can set 5. Okay, and you can click on update. And how you can delete? You have this delete option, remove document, clone document, and this is copy. So if I click this one, so you get all the field here. Okay, if I click on insert, so it will be second. Okay, so here you can see I have empty array. I can store, and this is the array. Okay, so these two, if you want to delete this one, I click on delete, document flagged for deletion. So if you click on delete, it will be deleted. So this is how you can create database collection and document in the MongoDB Compass. Okay, so now we will see how we can connect with the database. So here you can see I have pymongo, import pymongo. If we first you need to run pip install pymongo if you are not installed. Okay, I already installed, so I will be using this pymongo dot mongo client, and you need to pass this URL. So here you can see this is the local URL. You can pass the uh, cloud URL also. Okay, now we have client school underscore db. This is the database. Okay, next we have collection. So db underscore collection students, and we are printing like the connection is successful, and it will take client dot list database names. Okay, so if I run this one, so you can see I have company admin config and local. So you saw this school db and students. So school db is the database, students are collection, but you cannot see the school DB is there, because when you are giving the name here, it will not create until you insert any data. Okay, so no create database needed. So Mongo creates it automatically on the first insert. So when we insert first, after that it will create the database. Okay, so if I go here, I will be having same, because we are noded, we just connected. So this is how you can connect the database. So there are no create database or create collection command in MongoDB. Both are created lazily. They don't physically exist on the disk until you insert the very first documents. Okay. So now we will perform the CRUD operation using the Python. So here we already connected the database and we created. Now I have student one, name Alice Smith, computer science 95.5, result student. Okay, colon. So here this is collection. Okay, dot insert one, student one. Okay, so what is the insert one? And okay, student is this object that we want to student insert. Okay, so I will explain what is the insert one. First I will run this one. So you can see inserted one document auto generated, and if I go here and if I refresh this, so you can see I have a school DB, right, and I have here a student. So if I click on this one, you can see the one student here. Okay, so what is the insert one? Insert one is the function that provide uh, allow us to insert only one document at a time. Okay, next we have something called insert many. Okay, so we'll see how this will work. Insert many, you can understand by the name itself. Insert many, like you can add any number of documents using that function. So I have a student list here. I have two students here. So result many student underscore collection dot insert many student list. So we are not passing single object here. We are passing list of documents. Okay. So it will not affect anything here. Like you can have 10,000 document also. It will, you can insert using this insert many. After that we are inserting length. We are getting result many. Okay. So dot inserted ID. So it will print the all the IDs that are inserted. Okay. If I run this one, so what is saying inserted two documents. It is printing length here, and next it is printing IDs, object ID, object ID. Okay. So if we go here and if we refresh, so you can see all the three student details we have here, right? So this is how you can insert data in the MongoDB. First you need to, if you are using single insert one, you can insert one document. If you are using insert many, you can use the n number of documents. So this is the example of from above. First I will explain. So here you can see. So here you can see ID, name, course, and grade. We have this student, but we come here. This student, his name, course, grade, hobbies. Okay. So if we explain, it will explain. Next, third student has all the different field like name, course, but it is have graduated also, right? With the grade, it's have hobbies. So these all are MongoDB can handle. Like if we have different fields, it will allow. But SQL will not allow this. Okay. So if we are having hobby and graduate, then all these fields, this will have hobbies and graduated. This will also need to have a hobbies and graduated. Okay. Now how we can read the data. Okay. So we have something called find one. So what it will do if I run this one. So collection dot find one, and we are passing name Alice Smith, and if I run this one, so you can see I have name Alice Smith course. Okay. So how this will work? I have this Alice Smith also, but others are, I don't have any other thing. So what I will do here, I will clone this document and I will change this to 80, but the name will be Alice Smith and computer science. Okay, so if I insert this document, now I have two Alice Smith here, right? So if I run this one here again, so what you will get, we will get the first document that we will receive using this name Alice Smith. Okay, we are not getting all the data. Next we have find return cursor. Okay, we need to iterate to read all the results. So something we have called find. If I run this one, so we will get all the data. Okay, so you can see we have all four students in the data in the collection, so it will return all four. So find one return exactly one document, find will return cursor that will contain all the documents, or you can it will refer also you need to iterate through each document. Okay, you need to print using that cursor. Next we have something called, and you can pass dictionary also condition, like how here find written all the data, right, all the students. So if you pass any condition for in the find, it will return based on that. So you can see we have here collection. So we are passing course physics. Okay, the key is course and value is physics, and we are trying to print this one. So what it will print, it will print Bob Jones because the course is physics here. Okay, and if I try to change this and print computer science, and if I run this one, so you can see it will print both Alice and because the course is Alice course computer science for this one, and Charlie has mathematics. Okay, so this is how we can search the database. Next we have, if you want to sort the data. Okay, so how you can sort, so we have grade. So for that you can pass the call the function sort, and you can pass the key, and you can pass -1 and +1 for that. So -1 mean descending and +1 mean ascending order. Okay, so collection dot find sort grade, and -1 limit we are setting, like how many data, how much data we want here. So after that it will get cursor, and if I run this we will get 3 data. Okay, so if I set here 2, so you can see we are getting 2 data. So this is how you can fetch one find. Okay, how you can add condition in the find, and how you can use sort function on the find. Okay, so it will do find, it will find all the data. So you can merge these two also. Okay, so inside find also you can put condition. Based on that condition it will filter first data, after that it will sort that data. Okay, so it is saying a student or call find one. If you pass underscore id, this will not work. So if you are passing, you are finding based on that id, you need to convert in the object id. So that you need to insert from the json dot object id, import object id, and you need to pass that object id to target id, and this you need to pass underscore id. Like this you need to pass to work. Okay, based on the unique id. So the ID field is stored as an object, not a string. Passing to plain string returns the null. Okay. So it will not throw an error, any error. It will be just return null. So you can see how it is storing underscore ID object ID, not the underscore ID and ID. So that's why it will fail. So some other operations also we have in this that we can perform. We have $GT, $LD, $GT. So what is that? $GT is greater than, less than, greater. So we'll see example of this also. We can see all the this one like exist and or how we can perform. Okay. So here I have we can see underscore GT how this will work. So here you can see we have collection dot find. Okay, collection dot find. What we are passing, we are adding condition like grade here gt 90. What does mean gt 90? Greater than 90. If grade is greater than 90, it will fetch those results. Okay, so what we are getting, we are getting higher achievers, and we are printing the name and grade. If I run this one, you can see we have 95 and 92, 91.5 and 92. This is Alice Smith and Charles Brown. Okay, you can just, this is, here you can see the gt. If you want to change, we have something called here lt, that will be less than. Okay, so if I change this to the lt, if I run, so you can see all the data that is having less than 90, those will be printed 80 and 80. Okay, Bob and Alice Smith. Next we have greater than equals lt in. Okay, so we will see how other operator also work. So how the in operator will work. So we have array of, we need to pass array. So in that array we have multiple data. So based on that it will filter. So you can see in this one we are passing physics and mathematics. What it is saying? It is saying find all the student we have in the collection. In the collection where course in physics or mathematics we are using in. So if any student has course physics or mathematics, those will be fetched. Okay, so you can see Bob Johnson and physics and Charlie Brown has mathematics. So both the result we got. Okay, so if we need based on multiple data, so that will be, you need to use the in operator. So it will check if the course is present in this list or not. So it is present, then it will return that list student. Next we have exist true or false. Okay, so if I run this one, so you can see Bob Jones gaming chess. Okay, so what it is doing, collection don't find hobbies exist true. If those the hobbies exist, then it will return. If it will not exist, then it will not return. So you saw in the our collections, we have hobbies only inside Bob Jones. Other documents don't have hobbies. Okay, so you can change this exist to instead of hobby if you want to change this course. So what it will do, it will print all the documents because all the documents has course. Okay, so you can see we have all the four student because all the four student has course. Next we have something AND operator. Okay, so here we are using regex and AND operator. So here you can see it is doing find collection dot find where AND operator. Okay, so this is array, so we are passing two elements, so it will perform AND operator on this. So what it is doing, it is saying start with a and grade greater than or equal to the 90. Okay, so you can see Alice Smith and the value is greater than or equals to 95. Okay, here you can see this one is have 80, right? So what I will do, I will update this one to 90. If I click on update, so this will set 90. Okay, Now if I come to here and if I run this one again, you can see we will get both the result. Okay, because the 90 is equal to the this value that we are passing to the query. Similarly, we have less than equals to, okay, schedule print same, because MongoDB filters are just Python dictionary, so you can build them dynamically, store them in variables, and pass them between functions. Okay, updating the documents, so you can see student column dot update one name object grade 90. Okay, so what it will do, if you do like this, it will create problem, because you are what you are doing, if you are updating name of the grade, this will be other field will be deleted. So like if you have other field name, course, hobbies are permanently be destroyed, because you are updating using update one and you are passing only those two field, you are not using set. So we need to use set here to set the value for a specific key. Okay, so the existing one will not affect, but if you use like update one, then it will remove or the previous value that you are giving. So now like I have update one Bob Jones. Okay, so here we are setting the grade. If we run this one, so how it will set, so here it will check name Bob Jones and set grade 90. Okay, so what we have grade currently for Bob 88. Okay, so if I run this one, so you can see updated result and modify one, and okay, update it existing true. Okay, acknowledge true. If I come here and if you refresh, so you can see Bob Jones value is got it updated to 90. So this is update one, you are updating one. Okay, and if you want to update many, right, so you need to call update many, like if you want to update multiple data. Okay, so if we have this, so what it is doing, update many course, and what it is doing, increment grade 2.0. So what it means, it will update the entire group. Okay, so currently you can see the value here, we have 95, 90, 92 or 90. Course what we are passing here, computer science. So remember, this is computer science, and the both LS are computer science, those are having respect 95 and 90. Okay, so if I run this one, okay, so it is saying updated. If you come here, okay, so what it will do, it will increase all the grade by 2. Okay, this become 92 and this become 97. Okay, only for computer science group, not for mathematics, not for physics. So this is what it is means, like it is passing the course computer science, it is passing inc to increment. Okay, and here you can update one, still we can use post to add the hobbies, okay, to reading. If we run this one, so what it will do, in Bob's we already have hobbies, right? So if we run this one, if it will add reading there. Collection, so it is saying updated one, and if you come here, so it become 3. Okay, so you can see it is having reading also now. Okay, suppose this one, and if you want to remove on anything like unset, graduated, so what it will do, remove a field from document entirely. Okay, so Charlie have graduated, so if you run this one, it will remove that. Okay, upset, so upset true, insert the document if it is doesn't exist. Okay, so we are trying to add new student and we are setting this one. Okay, so I will, it will work if I do this one. Okay, so if I run this one here, okay, first I will change collection, collection, and upsert I will remove for now. Okay, so if I run this one, so updated operation complete. Okay, if I come here, so you can see we have only 4 students. Okay, we don't have any student with the name of new student, right? So it just said operation complete, but it's not performed anything because the update one, the where clause will not return anything. But if you hit upsert equals to 2, if I run this one, and if I come here and you can refresh, you can see now we have 5 students, right? So what it means, when you are updating document, if you are using upsert, then if document is not exist, then it will insert new document. Okay, so student update one, integrate without set, replace entire document. If you are using set, then it will update only that particular field. How we can perform delete operation? So delete operation, in delete also we have delete one and delete many. Okay, so if you are add, run this command delete one, it will delete exactly one document. Okay, not the entire document based on the condition. So if I run this one, so when I deleted one document, if we refresh this one, so you can see we have 4. The other LSS we still have because we used only delete one, not delete many. Okay, so you can use delete many also, and you can put condition where grade less than 50. Okay, so it will delete all the student, okay, that are following based on this condition. And if you run delete underscore many with empty filter, then it will delete every single document in the collection. So when you are running delete many, so you need to check properly like you are passing any condition or not. So in that case, like if I run this command, I have 4 student record in this collection, right? So it will return all, it will delete all the 4 student data. So next we have something called index and performance based on that. So okay, currently when we find any data or anything, it will go one by one. So if you do indexing, if you create index, then it will be uh, like fast for the performance. If you are searching 10 million results, okay. So index every field is find or filter sort or aggregation, match stage, run, explain any query. Okay, so that field is below. If you see call scan, add index, it can turn 5-second query into 2 millisecond, right? We have something called aggregation pipeline where you can match, group, sort, project. Okay, so there, this is example for that. We have multi-document transaction also, that you can also check. We have, like you can see DB client, and inside client we have accounts, right? Here read concern, like account updating one and this like multiple on the same query, like so with session start transaction we are adding like balance, that bank example minus 100 plus 100. So you can check this and you can run, you will get the idea how we can perform these operations. Okay, next we have MongoDB Atlas connecting with the cloud security. So you have os.environment.get MongoDB URL because we need to generally save URL in the environment file. Okay, so this is how we need to read and get from environment. It will say, okay, if there is any runtime error like variable is not defined in the environment file, it will throw error. Otherwise, you can see the client equals to pymongo.mongo client. That is same only. You need to just change the URL. In my case, I'm using the local URL. Okay, local MongoDB URL. Here you can see localhost, and I'm passing the port number where it is started. So similarly, if you pass the cloud URL, then it will work in the same way. Okay. So this is something called MongoDB with motor. PyMongo is synchronous. Each call belongs the Python thread until the database responds. For async web framework like Fast API, Sonic, or block the event loop and run concurrency. So the solution is Motor, the official asynchronous driver for MongoDB. Okay. So we have some other driver that is for, that is called Motor. So this is based on that how you can use this. Okay. Something this is like interactive, so you can connect for MongoDB client. This if you run post, it will, so like how it is running and how it will printing. Okay. If you want to insert document, So we have some data here, right? And if I run this one, so it will insert, and here you can see in the table format. So this is some example that you can run. Okay, you can perform query collection, update document, you can delete, aggregate pipeline. Okay, so this is the MongoDB, how you can connect with the Python, how you can connect with like any cloud and any local database. Okay, so we performed CRUD operation using the Python and using the Compass. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Please like, subscribe and share, and click on bell notification icon for more updates. Please share with your friends also. And if you have any doubt, any question, you can ask in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.